going to be showing you more about digital signatures in our platform. My name is Ivan, and I'm part of the team of Rootnet. I helped in the development of this feature. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to explain a bit what is the context right now. We are assuming that we created here a workflow, which is the entire page, and we also put a few fields here. This is all custom. You can choose whatever fields you want, the labels and the content. So for this particular demo, I just placed a few fields that we need actually for the signature or for the actual document. So we have, for example, title, phone. We have a few IDs and so on. Here on the right, you're gonna see an area that is the area that you can check about the digital signature status. For instance, we have here two signers. Those are the people that are going to be signing the document. We have two people right now, and the status right here, it's this gray pencil. So if it's gray, it means that they haven't signed yet. No date, because obviously they haven't signed. And over here we have a space. This is basically a drop box for the document. Right now we only have one document. We call this a template. So in this template you can put all the content, any content you want, basically text, and you can put some placeholders for your name, the signature space. We're gonna see this in a bit, but basically that's the main idea here. You have a template related to this particular workflow, and you can choose. You can have more than one. Right now I only configured one, so that's it. We have one document here, or one template that we can choose. And if we go right here to the right, we see a link that says start document for signatures. Basically it's exactly that. This is actually a request to our digital signature provider that is going to allow us to continue with the process. So once we do a click, we're gonna start the flow, and I'm gonna explain a bit more when we get to this part. And over here we have some more links. Basically, we're gonna download the signed PDF. That's the actual document that you're gonna use or share by email or whatever you need to do with this particular document. Okay, so let's continue. So right now we are set. We have our signers here ready. They haven't signed, but they're still pending in order to continue. And we already chose this particular template, and we're gonna click on Start Document for Signatures. Okay, so that will open a modal window that we can actually fill a form. This information is information that you actually need in order to sign the document. We need some basic information, like for instance, a phone number. This is because we are using a secure way to sign this document, so we need a phone number so you can get the code. This code will allow you to eventually open a link, and this link will ask you for this code, actually the link. Using this link, you have access to the space that you're going to use for the signature. We have a few more required fields, for instance, identifier or the actual type of identifier that you're using. It could be anything here. It's up to you. And the email. So this is the actual invitation for you to continue with the process. In this example, we have two people, and I already previously filled the form. So we have all the important information here. If you noticed, I repeated my email and my phone number, so I'm gonna give this twice, but it's okay. It's just a demo, and it's only for demo purposes. Obviously, you can put whatever you want here, and for the X amount of people you have in this particular document. One important comment here is that just behind here, again, we have these fields. Those fields can actually be the source of content for these other fields. So right now we have custom fields. That's how we call this, because you can put whatever you want. but we can, that's in the configuration side of this particular document. We can actually choose a workflow field, which will be any of these fields, and it will just automatically grab whatever is inside of those fields and take this as a source. I did not do this. I actually put everything here as a custom field, so I'm forced to actually type the information. But again, you can choose a workflow field and it will automatically grab that content as your source. And that's it. Let's see, what else can I tell you? Okay, so we have also, it's also very important to mention, we also have an app also, for iOS and Android. This is a native app because of course we are dealing with a lot of information from people, custom fields, and it's a bit of it's a lot of data that we're going to receive, and native applications seem to work best with that kind of scenarios. So yep, so this is our Android app. Basically, it has the same functionality. We have a start link, we have here the signers with their status, and also a way to download the different signatures. I'm going to show you a bit later how it works, but essentially it's the same as the web. Whatever you can do in the web, you can do it here. So let's continue. Okay, I'm going to assume that, or we're going to assume here that everything looks fine. We agree with all this content and we like it. So we're going to save, and this will actually start the request. So this is pushing information to our provider, and it will come back to us with an actual ID for a document. You don't need to know this. For the user, it's just transparent, this information. And now we have this new state. What is happening right now is that we have here a link that says overwrite current document. This is basically in case that we want to cancel the entire flow. Maybe we sent the information to the wrong person, or we want to add somebody new, or whatever the situation is, and you just want to reset basically the entire process. You just click here and it will actually delete this request. It will just ignore whatever you're trying to do with this. Like if somebody tries to get access to the email that I just received for this particular process, the system will just ignore that whatever you do after that with that email. So that's another comment. That's the scenario here. We are not going to do that. We're going to continue. So I'm going to go to my email. Basically here I just received my email, and for this demo I actually received two emails, one for user admin and one for me. So I just got it here, repeat it. So I'm gonna continue with the flow. Okay, so I'm gonna access the invitation. This is now the final step. In this final step, I'm going to this portal. If we choose maybe in the future to have another provider, that's not a problem. The system can actually implement or can accept another provider. It depends on our implementation. So basically we are in this page and we can just continue. So this is the template. Now we can actually see the document and the content of the template that we previously chose. We can read the documentation, we can read the different things here. Most important, we're gonna see the following, that we see the information that we just put on the fields. Now it makes more sense. It's actually on the document because this is a legal document. We actually need a few things here. You can edit this document, so you can put the labels, whatever, in any configuration you want. But in the template configuration, you will have placeholders to actually put these actual values there. So yep, so everything seems fine to me. We like this, so we're gonna continue. And we're gonna click here on sign. Okay, so this will send an SMS and in any second I will get an SMS on my phone. So I just got it, and I will type the code that I just got. Okay, hopefully that's correct. So I'm gonna sign. This will give you this particular text box space for me to sign something. So I'm gonna do my fancy signature. We like it, so we continue. Right now, this is one of the people involved in this process that has signed. So we can actually go back to our page and see this new status. Just gonna refresh the page. See that. So yep, I'm loading the workflow. Let's wait for a second. Something interesting to mention here is that the workflow, as you can see here, it has a history. So that history is not only for the signatures, it's for more events that has happened for this particular workflow. So if somebody wrote a comment or modified something, this you will see this in the history. Because this is a demo, I was testing and I've been working on this particular workflow, so you're gonna see a lot of logs for this particular signature thing that we're doing now. So yep, so that's something interesting to mention. So we go back here and we can see now that it's green and the date of the signature. So yeah, so right now we have only one person that has signed. So now we can continue with the process and go back to the email. And in this email, go up and get to the next link here. So I will just continue. Same process. We're gonna see that the same portal and all the steps that I just did before. I'm gonna repeat it now. Okay, so start. We get the document one more time. So we check. We go down here, and something happened. Something new happened here. We get the actual signature that we just did before. So now you have a preview. You can actually see, hey, somebody signed. Okay, so you can actually have a preview of the state of your document. So that's perfect. Okay, so now this is done. I'm gonna just sign. Continue. I'll get my SMS. And just before I continue, I will just quickly change our focus here to the app. I just refresh the app, and we can see the same situation here. In the app, you're gonna find out that somebody signed and the date. Basically the same information that you see on the web, you see it here. So let's continue. I just got the message, a new code. I'm gonna just type it down, just a second. Okay, let's try it. Hopefully the code is correct, and it is. And let's do another signature. We are collecting a few information when we're doing this signature. Browser location, the stroke of the signature, and a few more things. I think that's interesting to mention as well. Okay, so this is done. Now I can just go back to the page and basically let's try to refresh, and we get this new state. Updated statuses. So we have this updated status for the admin and Ivan Morris, and the dates. So great. I think everything is working fine, let's say we are finishing the flow, everyone signed, and now we want to see the actual document. That's very easy. Just click down here, and we're gonna download the document, and you can see it here. Let's try and get it. So now we see this. There is a document with our information, the signatures, and we are done. Basically, with this you can use this document as you please and do the things that you need to do with this document. Okay, so let's go back, and that's it. And like I said before, in case that you want to start, let's say we finish, this is done, or you want to start for whatever reason, you can just click here on override. It will just cancel the entire thing. You won't be able to download anything here, and everything here will basically disappear, and you can start over again. So yeah, so that's it, and thank you for your time. This was the experience for the digital signature here in our platform. Okay, bye.